Hi friends, let's talk about the thinking traps. Remember our last video? I told you that I will explain better how our brains can make difficult to be resilient. Yes, so I have to tell you a secret. We have thinking traps inside our brains. The five I'm going to focus on are the ones that we see as highly common. Ask yourself, now stop and ask yourself the question, which of these traps do I kind of fall into it? First, mind reading is assuming that you know what another person is thinking. For example, he thinks he's better than me and he shouldn't have to do this type of work. It's clear he doesn't respect me at all. Normally, when we think like that, we just want to have distance and shutting out the other person, right? This trap totally blocks communication because this behavior block us to go for an open conversation and ask about the real reasons of the behavior. The second trap is the me trap. This one come out of Dr. Martin Seligman explanatory style research, one of the creators of positive psychology. This is when you believe you are the sole cause. Notice that word sole cause of every setback and problems in your life. You are probably also believing that you are causing a lot of harm to others. For example, of course, he's mad at me. I am not contributing the way that I should. And let's be honest, I can be moody. It's hard to be around me. I felt so guilty and really disappointed in myself. I felt a pit in my stomach and totally drained. I just want to shut myself away from everything and everybody. And what happens when we isolate ourselves from the others? We tend to get depressed easily. So be careful with that. Third, it's the damn trap. This is in many ways just a flip side of the me trap. So in the damn trap, you believe that other people or circumstance is the sole cause of your setbacks and problems. Example, it's very common the expat wife talking about the husband. You see, it's all he faults. He brought me to this life. I did not want to be here. If at least he helped me with all those things, but he doesn't care. If a husband like this, I will never be happy because he really doesn't care about me. Then that's not good for relationship. So if you fall into this trap a lot, you probably over experience emotion of anger. That's make very difficult. For it's catastrophizing. It's a bit difficult to say, but it's we would describe as a sort of imbalance between your assessment and the threat. For example, in a work situation, let's face it, he is friend of the boss, right? He's going to start complaining about me to the boss. They are both going to start nitpicking everything that I do. I am going to get negative performance evaluation, and let's face it, in a company like this means I'm losing my job. Before I know it, I'm going to be fired. So there is not another way. This must be so scary, right? Because you create such a big thing from one thing that's happening in your life. And there are all sorts of ways that catastrophic thinking affect our bodies. It can create agitation, anxiety, and not really engage in a productive way, what can be very dangerous. 5 is the helplessness thinking trap. This think trap is when you believe that the negative event, whatever is it, it's going to impact all areas of your life and that you have no control. Example, the two of us, we are like oil and water. People don't change. We don't mix it. We are stuck. I am who I am. He is who he is. That's it. I found myself totally drained. I just gave up. I threw the towel in this relationship and figured I would just work harder on the next relationship because there is no way. In this situation, we feel desmotivation and we feel no energy, and then we become passive. That's the ultimate consequence of the helplessness and can be tragic in our lives. Rather than take a step forward, engaging in the way with optimism, we're gonna be pessimist. This is the opposite. There is nothing you can do about it. You probably are noticing yourself when you are in this trap, withdrawing, giving up, and very passive. So, all of these traps can dynamite our resilience. Let's be aware of that and control our thoughts and not let these traps take over us.